Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and in our very first video today we're going to be doing a poker vlog. Now, my future plans for this channel is actually going to be doing a home game session once a week maybe. Hopefully upload once a week. Every 2 weeks is kind of hard living in Alabama. But in today's video, we're going to be looking down at the session that I went to Tampa, Florida to play. We actually played 1-2 at the Hard Rock Casino, which is one of my favorite places to play, honestly. I've only really been there, and I've been to Ebro in Florida because at 18 you can only really play in Florida, but every time I go to the Hard Rock, man, I just love the environment, love how they treat you. I've actually never had any problems there at the Hard Rock. So we drive down to Tampa from Alabama, which is about an 8-hour drive. It's me and my couple buddies. We go there with the objective to win some money, and we actually end up crushing this game. It was actually a really fun session, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the hands and let you guys see that. Real quick, I just want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody that came to the channel. If you made it this far, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any likes and comments and subscribes would be very much appreciated. And I hope you guys end up enjoying the vlog, and I'll see you guys next week. So we go ahead and look down at our cards, and we see Ace-4 offsuit. Now, the only reason we actually get involved in this hand here is strictly because of the fact it's our very first hand we get dealt 10. And I actually like to play the very first hand I get dealt 10, no matter what the cards are, honestly, unless if it's like deuce 9. Just to go ahead and understand the environment, talk to a couple people, you know, maybe get some reads and stuff like that. But we go ahead and play this hand, and we're also on the button for very good position. Under the gun raises to $10. I call on the button, and the big blind also calls for $10. So the pot's $32. Every other player folds, and the flop comes down Queen 8-3 of diamonds. Now, big blind goes ahead and checks. Under the gun also checks, and it comes down to me, and I also check back. The turn is a 10 of diamonds. Now, big blind checks again. Under the gun checks again, and I go ahead and barrel $20. Considering the fact that both players double checked and it was just a $10 raise, I could easily have them both beat, even with ace high here, surprisingly. So I'm going to go ahead and lead $20, and both the players fold. We go ahead and take down this pot for $32, a little 15 big blind pot, not nothing big, but we win the very first hand, which is always a good thing. And we're going to go ahead and keep trying to run this stack up here at the Hard Rock in Tampa. Alrighty guys, the next hand we're going to be taking a look at here is pocket sevens in the big blind. Now Razy man to my left, you know, rich guy, whatever, has straddled to $5 and under the gun. +1 actually opens to $15, and this guy has been just running really good tonight. He's already up $1,200, so he goes ahead and opens it to $15. Now the cutoff, the button, the small blind, me and under the gun all call for $15. I don't think we should really be 3-betting here. I don't think we're strong enough to 3-bet. Maybe jacks and higher, definitely 3-betting, or even 10s and higher, but not 7s. I just think more of a limp play here with so many people in the hand. So we're praying for a good flop because it's already $90, and the flop comes 3-4-5. So we flop over pair, so it's actually not that bad of a flop. Small blind checks to me. I look at my cards just to make sure I have 7s again, and I go ahead and I lead $20, which is a pretty good sizing for this flop in my opinion. Maybe a little bit bigger, but I'm just honestly scared of getting raised, which is what I'm predicting, considering the fact there's so many people in the hand. We could easily be beat here. Under the gun folds, +1 calls. The middle position actually raises to $60 here. It just usually means that they're really ahead here. So I go ahead and fold, everybody else folds, and he takes it down. So now we're stuck a little bit. Alright guys, we go ahead and look down at pocket 4s and under the gun, and I'll be honest, we go ahead and rip in $98, and the only reason why I do this in a 1-2 game, this table is a gambling table, man. I tell you what, this is not even classical poker here. I don't know what the hell is going on at this table. Every hand is a $300 hand. I finally get a hand. I'm on tilt for running cold for about an hour here. I go ahead and open shove $98, hoping the Razy man, who's been playing loosey-goosey all night, calls, and he actually folds, unfortunately. So, yep, I am screwed. I am praying that everybody folds this hand here, and it does get to the button, which is just the older lady. She's been playing really tight, but she looks at me, and I'm thinking, shit, we are not going to win this hand if she calls. She actually does call. She goes ahead, tosses in a $100 chip, and I'm like, oh my god, we are behind. No matter what she has here, we're behind 100%. Unless she's got 3 somehow, we're behind. And surprisingly, the person to my right also calls. So now we are in a 3-way all-in for me. The pot's already around $300, and I'm just thinking I'm screwed. If we do not smash this flop, I am screwed. And this is a massive hand, guys. Flop actually comes down Jack 9-7 with the Jack of Hearts and the 9 of 7 clubs. So we completely brick the flop. We missed. We're dead. Ain't no way we win in this hand. The girl stares at it, and she goes ahead and checks. And the gentleman to my right also checks. And I'm praying we hit a 4 on this turn. And the turn is the miracle card. It is the 4. I mean, we just drill bottom set. We're just hoping these guys don't have 10-8 ourselves. Both players actually check again. Now, the river is a horrible card, guys. It is the 8 of diamonds now. So, the good thing is, both flushes miss really, or the only flush missed really, but every straight draw gets there. 5-6 gets there. Queen 10 gets there. I mean, 6-10 gets there. Every type of straight draw gets there. And I'm honestly scared, just wanting both players to check it out, and we show the winner here. But that is not what happens. The older lady actually bets $100, which is basically her entire stack here, leaving herself with $20 behind. And the gentleman to my right actually folds, so it's down to me and her to show our hands. And she shows ace, jack, spades. So we actually get out of this hand with the winner. We are currently up $150 on the session. Running good. Drill the set on the turn for doing a donkey move. Don't ever do that, guys. Terrible play on my end. But now let's go ahead and move in to the next hand. Guys, unfortunately, the last two hands we're going to be covering in this vlog. To actually end the vlog, I'm going to have to do it like this simply because we were actually forced to stop recording by the Hard Rock. I don't really know what the regulations are recording. They said that you're not allowed to, but there's so many YouTubers that go there and record anyway. I thought it was okay to do it, but they said absolutely not. You have to have permission from corporate or HR to even do that. So we're going to go ahead and cover the rest of two hands like this. Alrighty, guys, we're on the button. We look down at King Jack offsuit. Alright, the whole table folds. It comes to the cutoff. Who calls? I call on the intentions, hoping that the raising man will go ahead and pop it bigger, because King Jack against this guy is basically aces against any other guy. This guy ain't never got nothing. So let's go ahead and hope they pops, which he does. He goes ahead and he opens it up to $30. Cutoff calls, and I go ahead and flat as well. The only person I'm really worried about in this hand is the cutoff, because he's actually been a very tight player this entire session, and I don't really want to get in a hand too big with him just because I simply think he's going to have a monster hand. But let's go ahead and try to drill this flop. Alright, flop's good. It's Jack 5-3. With the Jack and 5 of hearts and the 3 diamonds. And we actually have the King of hearts here, so we have the backdoor second nut flush draw, which is always good. And we have top pair, a really good kicker. And the action's on the raising man. He checks, cutoff checks. There's no way I'm checking on this flop here. I lead for 30. The raising man snap raises to $100, which is, you know, it's a pretty big raise. Cutoff snap folds. I look at him, I count my chips, I have roughly 160 left, so I don't really want to call here when he has like a draw of deuce 4 or 2 hearts. Call $70 to leave 90 behind. It's just not really a profitable thing to do. You want to go ahead and put all the pressure on him and be ahead on the flop and shove all in, and if he calls to where you have profitable equity here, we go ahead, rip it all in. He snaps. I'm thinking, what the hell does this guy have here? He shows me a 5, and I ask him, I say, do you have a set? He looks at me and says, yes. So my heart sinks to my stomach. I'm thinking, wow, we played so good tonight, and just like that, lost a $180 hand out of nowhere. I only see a 5 so far, and the turn is a 7 of hearts, so he's still a top pair, and now if we hit a heart, we hit the second nut flush, and the river's a 4 of spades, so we brick. I ask him, do you have trips? He says yes again. I show my hand, and he mucks. So I guess he was just messing with us on having the whole trips thing. He actually shows ace 5. So we actually, you know, won the hand. He actually had ace 5 with the ace of hearts. So thank God another heart didn't come out. Go ahead and scoop this pot down. He only had about 180 when he started the hand. So we went ahead and take his whole stack, add 180 to our stack. And now we are up pretty good on this game so far. Alrighty, guys, taking a look at this hand, I'm actually on the small blind. I straddle $5 pre-flop, give or take. I've won a lot of hands tonight, so I figure let's straddle a hand. And I look down at Queen 3 of spades, so I go ahead and check. Raising man to my left opens to $30, surprisingly. Well, actually, not surprisingly. He opens to 30 by every hand. The cutoff and the button surprisingly call. It's back to me. It's 25 to win around 90-ish, which isn't the best of odds, but with Queen 3 spades here, maybe I can flop 2 spades against this guy. I'm not really worried about raising man. I'm pretty confident I can flop good against him. Almost any type of flop is good against him. The other two I'm worried about, but I go ahead and call one hand. Definitely not a good call here, but I make the donk move and put in the stack of $25. We go ahead and flop a ace, 4, deuce flop here. Ace and deuce of clubs and the 4 hearts. So we go ahead and flop a gut shot straight draw to the 5. Now, I go ahead and check. Raising man checks. All other players check. So I'm thinking, you know, somebody's got to have an ace here or something like that. The turn actually comes out as 7 of hearts. Now, when this card comes out, I'm very confused on should I lead here as a semi-bluff with my gut shot straight draw maybe hitting, or should I just check it down and let somebody else lead and maybe call? Because you don't really want to call with only 4 outs here if they're obviously ahead of you. So I go ahead and check, and surprisingly, everybody else checks again. Now, the river is the 5 of clubs. So we make Broadway here. We go ahead. Only hand we are losing to here essentially is 6-4 for the better straight. So I look at him. He says, what you going to do? Bet again? And that's exactly how he said it. So I went ahead. And yeah, I bet $50 with the straight here. I kind of consider it the nuts here. I don't see any of these players having 6-4. I go ahead and lead 50. He snap calls. Other two players fold. I show him the straight. He taps the table and says, nice hand, man. I'm heading to PLO. Gives up on the table. I don't know if it's because he lost 2 hands back to back to me for about $300, but I don't think he really cared either. So go ahead and take down this hand as well, and go ahead and close out the vlog. Alrighty, guys, we actually bought in for roughly $150. We cashed out $12.50, making $1,100 this entire poker vlog. We played for about 3.5 hours, made really good money, around $360 an hour. I'll actually have the poker stats over here so you guys can see that and stuff because I can't remember it off the top of my head. But we have an insane great session here for a 1-2 game, especially with the max buy-in being 300. We essentially won 4 buy-ins, which is a really good day of poker that you can never really complain about. Cannot complain about the day at all. I think for the most part we ran pretty decent. Got lucky with that guy who came to the table who didn't really care to lose money. And we also played really good against him and ran really good against him. So very thankful in the session we had today. Not many days I can say I won $1,100 playing poker, but we're actually, you know, down here in Tampa for a few more days, so we're gonna try to run it up and make a bigger stack every single day. Now I'm gonna go ahead and post some more poker content continuously. Hoping you guys will actually enjoy the content. I would appreciate any likes and any comments. Let me know on the support. If you guys actually disagree with any of the ways I played with any of these hands, please leave your recommendations down below. Now, give or take, I'm no pro poker player. I'm just a guy trying to make content and entertain you guys. And I'll actually have some more home game sessions soon as well. So look forward to more content on this channel coming up from me here soon. And I'll see you guys in the next one.